Don't you dare drop the term hostile work environment in our current political climate. You have some nerve.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Bob, first of all, so I'm sure y'all have seen up to now, right to this point, Bob's in his drone era. He is obsessed with this fucking drone shit.
A big part of my personality is having a drone, and you guys have to just get into it. And when you need some drone footage, don't come to me since you're so smart, since you know everything and you got your fucking degree. Don't come to me when you need drone
shooting
footage.
A video or something and I need drones. I'm going to come to you to film it for me as opposed to the director of photography who actually does this skill. And
who's the director? Who? I am the director of photography. I am the DP.
You're not not of my stuff.
I would. First of all, you couldn't afford me. Let's make one thing.
I don't want you. Okay?
Let's make one thing perfectly clear.
Just like my birth mother, I don't want you. Okay.
June listens to the podcast. June, I'm so sorry. And I know you're working on yourself. You think June has a gay friend who sends her every time we talk about her on the podcast?
Well, she was gay for a little while. She had a girlfriend for a while and then she stopped. So maybe, I don't know. But sometimes lesbians don't be getting down with the gays because gays can be a lot. So who knows? I don't know.
So I have a drone now, and so a big part of droning. Well, I have a drone now, and a big part of droning is you have to be comfortable flying the drone, literally like out of your field of vision, which is terrifying because you're like piloting this thing, but you can't see it.
So does it have like a little monitor on it?
There's a whole camera on it.
Oh. No, I'm saying, but on your thingy.
No, I'm just looking at the camera, and there's a little radar too, kind of like when you're playing like Fortnite or Zelda or something. There's a little map of the actual city, and then you're just looking at this drone footage. But the drone is so tiny; it has occurred to me several times I could have been being droned this whole time. I flew the drone from my house to a friend's house, which is about half a mile away.
That's wild. And you don't get what if you get hit something or?
I did.
I hope.
I tried to get some drone footage of Assad because Assad is. By the way, we are going to review the episode. I tried to get some drone footage of my friend Assad, who's one of my oldest friends actually. Well,
also congratulations to him. He just got his green card. Congratulations, Assad. Yeah, we love Assad you so got much. His green card. So Assad, also I don't know, but being American now, I mean, if you would have got it 10 years ago, damn, timing is shit, Assad. Damn. No, but Assad, he's directed so many of my music videos, and I was like, for your birthday, I'm going to get a great shot of you. You've gotten so many great shots of me. I'm going to get a great shot of you. I was going to pilot the drone above him while he was in the pool and get a really cool TikTok shot and send it to him. Tell me why my drone immediately crashed into a group of women. The drone was just floating, then you just hear, ah! And then the drone crashes into a group of women. And I was like, and then me, Jacob, and Mikey just left the party immediately. So anytime I see someone's drone crashes, pieces go flying, plastic is flying everywhere, blades are going everywhere. Did yours break?
No, mine. It was maybe 2 feet off the ground.
That's the thing. They seem so, but it's. I'm like, is this a drone or a Fabergé egg? Every time I see a drone crash, it is done. You gotta get a new one.
Well, when they're falling from 60, 70 meters in the sky, so. What do you think? It's not a black box in the airplane.
I know that I'm saying. And they're so expensive. It seems like a very risky investment because I always see footages of people drones crashing all the time.
When you get your place, I'll do some drone footage for you to send to your family in St. Lucia. So they can get. I'll do the footage of your home for you to send to your family in St. Lucia. Also, get your roof done because I realized with droning. I realize with droning, y'all roofs look ugly as hell. The side of the house be looking great. Y'all have forgot that there's a roof. Anyway, we are reviewing season 1, episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Money, how does it feel to be back in the wild world of you're this is the way back machine, honey?
I will say this: Drag Race season 1 is kind of everything.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. Y'all, realty, I was coming in expecting to be like, this shit is whack. I was prepared to have to hate watch this. It is so good. It's so good.
So this is also the reason why I was just obsessed with this. This is why I got hooked on this show. Season 1 is honestly it's kind of a perfect season. It really is a really good season.
Good. The episode, the casting was great. An hour and a half long. They're only 9 girls. Honestly,
Take it back.
So at the top of the episode, I forgot that they had that hotel footage. The very top of the episode, I was like, imagine if a camera crew would have came to your hotel room.
I know, which I think this happened.
And they were like, now Monet, fake like you're waking up.
I think this happened well into season 2 or 3. I know it definitely happened season 2. I remember shots of Raven. I remember seeing Raven like in her bathroom, like doing her morning thing when I began my obsession with Raven. So I know they definitely did in season 2. I don't remember 3 though.
If I did it, I'd be like, I'm only y'all dude if y'all either get a footage of me taking a shit or picking my toe, clipping my toenail. I want the clip of me clipping my toenails, taking a shit, or or I'd have one of those those conspiracy theory charts. It'd be a picture of the girls with strings going all
goes each one. Like you want to like go to fucking
putting my final pin, like and then putting on my shoes.
And y'all know Bob is so extra. Bob will literally do it just to get the footage on camera.
Oh, the footage is honey. So we can hop straight to the because there's not much in the fallout. Of course, Victoria Parker just went home, and Akasha has saved herself. You know what I mean? And now we have the mini challenge where they're taking these selfies. This digital challenge is, first of all, they took these selfies and then they're looking on the computer. They had to stop down production for 45 minutes to collect each memory card and then put the memory card inside because there was no memory card reader in the computer. So they put the memory card on a floppy disk.
But that's the thing. It took them forever. But I was like, oh my God, digital cameras. Remember when digital cameras came out? We were like, oh my God, this is the new frontier. What? We can take a picture and see it in real time. This is crazy.
I have a digital camera.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was like one of the OG models. Yours is a very nice one.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Well, flexing your wealth. Some of us can't afford nice cameras like that. Calm down.
Okay, first, this is for content creation. Mm-hmm. Just because you're over there filming on your BlackBerry, and some of us take our jobs very seriously, honey. Turn the camera around. Let them see. Look at the production value that goes on here at Bob the Drag Queen Studios. Turn your camera around.
First of all, I'm on the road, and you know that on the road, our setups are not as elaborate as our setups at home. So stop trying it.
Well, then go home and do it. Go home now. Go home. Go to bed. Go to the bathroom.
Getting 5-star reviews of my show and with the motherfucking Fringe Festival, honey.
Out of 10 stars. Let's continue.
He's so rude.
You forgot to say how many stars you could get. Rude. You forgot to say the amount of stars.
Angina is announced as a winner. Then Ru announces a twist. And we're like, there's 2. Akasha also wins the mini challenge because she wasn't afraid to be like, it was the prompt was, Cher's going on another tour or whatever it is.
No, Cher finally retired.
And Akasha was happy. And Ru, that really tickled Ru.
Odd take, but go off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what? But I do think it was funny, a fun take, and Ru loves someone who has nerve, and it do take nerve to say you don't care for Cher in front of RuPaul. But also, so what they started picking their groups. Why did Tammy Brown say I'm with the black girl?
Okay, I wrote that down too, and I don't think it came from a malicious. I think it came from a very sweet place. Like I'm with the black girls. Like word.
But it was as if the group was there are only 2 black girls. This is as if the group was like black girls and Tammy. It was just Akasha, BB, and then also later on she calls BB her little African.
I know, my little I wrote that down. My little African something.
Oh, I wrote it down too. I wrote down my little African chair. I was like, what is happening?
And again, I think a lot of this is endearing. I don't think she's meaning like a.
We should ask BB if it was endearing because BB looked a little annoyed. BB was like when she was trying. BB was like,
oh no, I think on Tammy's part is well intentioned, but to hear it is upsetting. Like if someone called me the little African cherry, no matter how sweet, how nice they meant it to be, I'm like, don't say that to me, bitch.
Well, how do you feel about being called my little St. Lucian cherry?
I like that because St. Lucian's not a race.
Africa's not a race.
I know.
So what was that comparison?
I think you were trying to be like, oh, like that you were trying to come for me or something.
That's not what I was doing. I was saying because BB's born in Africa and you were not born on the continent Africa.
So, how about,
so I'm assuming...
come over here, my little American cherry pie.
Well, I don't want that. You can call me a Georgia peach. But I think the difference is because BB is born on the continent Africa in the country Cameroon. But also it's really interesting the way that I guess North America just doesn't have a group identity the way that other continents do. Like Europe, Asia, specifically Europe, Asia, and Africa have a not from the American viewpoint, we're like, oh, there's like a vibe, an African vibe, a European vibe, and an Asian vibe,
right?
But there isn't a North American vibe. But like, I feel like
Australia too.
There's probably there's only one country in Australia,
right?
Yeah, but there's lots of countries in the other continents.
True.
And I feel like
when people say Asian, they don't mean Russia though. They're not including Russia in that. Which Russia
or the Middle East. They don't mean Dubai,
right? They
don't mean Pakistan,
right?
You know what I mean? So that is interesting. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's just interesting because, well, I feel like because Americans, but maybe it's because we're here and I have a more nuanced take. I'm sure someone from South Africa and someone from Ethiopia will be like, baby, we're not the same.
Yeah.
Like it's giving here and it's giving there. Ethiopia and South Africa are so far apart, whereas America and Mexico are close. But also, we do have a lot of similarities. America and Mexico, the U.S. and Mexico have like a lot of similarities.
But also, when you say American, you realize we're also in theory talking about Canadians too. But
well, that's why I said the U.S. Well, Canadians are not.
They are Americans. They are on the continent of North America.
But I think that American colloquially is used for people who live in the United States of America, because if you live in South America, people don't call them Americans.
Right. I'm saying,
even though they're
South Americans, I found this out recently, have contention with that. When people say I'm American, they're like, well, bitch, we're American too. Like we're South American. Like they're like, you need to clarify. Like I heard that's a whole thing too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the subject at hand. So in the girl groups, when RuPaul's like, I hate on reality TV shows. It happened last episode. It happened in this episode. When people run toward one thing, when girls run toward the pile to get fabric, and Akasha and Angina are running to these songs, and Angina is on Akasha's back, stress.
Well, it's Ru set it
up. The pressure is getting worse.
Ru set it up that way, and I think they wanted this. And I'm like, Akasha's right. Like I'm like, bitch, because then she gonna have Angina pull a Bob the drag queen and be like, well, you get the and fucking the art thing. What do you call it? Somebody mentioned art.
You mean using my brains instead of my brawn?
Yeah, use your brawn. I'm all about brawn. Call me the brawny man.
This is something me and Monet run into a lot. Monet and a lot, not just Monet, but a lot of my friends will be trying to like figure something out, and they'll be like, and I'd be like, you have to finesse it. You're trying to use all your good. Just give it a little wiggle, and the cap will come off.
Talking about when
Monet
can you give an example?
Thank you, Jacob. Please.
It'll be like Monet trying to open something. Monet will be trying to open up a thing, and she'll be like, and I'd be like, no. If you just like give it a little, like a little.
Bob, that has literally never happened.
I believe it has.
Jacob, thank you, Jacob. And I like how, because that's why sometimes I like the sneaky little work.
It has happened.
That's how I like the sneaky little work. Jacob, y'all heard all the shade in what Jacob said.
Jacob did not prove anything.
Yes, because that was,
you know what Jacob is.
Never happened.
You know what Jacob is. Jacob is triggered because you and him are both in this little thinking that you can just go around the world being brawling.
Yeah. Y'all know Jacob, brawling Jacob trying to strong muscle everything open. That's Jacob.
First of all, Jacob's been going to the gym nonstop for over a year now. Don't ever undermine my boyfriend's work, okay? And again, for the record, if you keep talking shit, I'm gonna send Jacob over to whoop Andy's ass.
Oh my God. Y'all, okay, first of all, it is 9 a.m. Bob's time. This is a lot of energy for Bob the drag queen before 10 a.m. I am gagged right now.
I woke up at 7 in the morning.
For what?
I like to watch the episode right before. I don't like to watch it last night.
I watch it right before.
I like to watch it right before. And I'm also waking up early as a part of drone culture. When you want to catch the sunrise, you wouldn't get it. It's part of drone. It's part of being a pilot. We call ourselves pilots.
Let me say this. I cannot go on with this for the next couple of months. It's going to drive me insane. From day one, though.
Don't ask me for any footage. Don't ever ask me to bring my drone by for literally anything.
I will not. I promise.
And when I bring my drone, step out of the shot. And because it has a huge range of footage, you have to go a mile down the road.
Because I also see how this is going to happen. All the crew is going to get together, and Bob's going to bring his drone for us all to get a picture together or a video together. Bob's like,
and you're going to step out of the picture.
I will. I'm going to step out of the picture and do my own selfie like, Yeah.
Monet. Oh, this is not sibling rivalry. We need to get back to the episode. So, Tammy felt like she could not get. Okay, Tammy felt like she couldn't get any input in because the BB was like, BB was like. Anyway, I like your idea, Kasha.
Well, Tammy's a little kooky, and I think this is a trope we see throughout reality TV, whether it's in this era, whether it was Top Model or Big, whatever it is, you kind of always have like when you're the group leader, is the balance of making decisions so that when the group gets judged, you shine as opposed to you being the reason that the group sucked. So it's like that. It's a balancing act of that, and honestly, I have to say the way their Drag Race is doing this, I want to bring this back. Like, bitch, Chanel is making fucking face charts. They're giving Nina actual like wigs to like tease into something. I will say the only unfair thing is getting one person to make 4 outfits. That seems completely unfair.
Yeah, I was beside myself with first of all, I was gagged at the difference between Chanel out here making full face charts and then Akasha being like, you gonna do blue, you gonna do brown, you gonna do pink. Like I was like, I mean, because she did put it on the chart, but it was kind of like I just felt like Chanel was like, and each of you is you're gonna bring this up. You're gonna put a stone here and a stone here. Everyone has to put the stone in these places. And Akash was like, just like do a like a blip blip blip.
But I mean, imagine if Drag Race did imagine this past season of when they did group challenges, the girls had to do that again. Imagine, honestly.
Yeah, imagine if you're in the group with Mr. Isabel Brooks and everyone comes out everyone comes out with the mistress mug.
I mean, but it would be kind of fierce. I'm like, Drag Race, kind of bring that back. I like that.
It is. I do like. Let's do a mistress mug challenge. You and I see who can paint the most
I'm
like
down.
mistresses.
I'll come over.
You know who actually did a good job. You know who did a good job painting like mistress?
Who?
Lil Strady. What's her name?
Maddie Morphosis.
Maddie's little interviews are actually Maddie's very funny.
Quick. She's very quick.
Yeah, good. I don't know whether it wasn't Drag Race.
I want to go on her little show. She never asked me to go on her little show.
But you got to be in drag. She does not. She don't have no half-ass shit, honey.
Oh, really? You have to be in drag to go on there?
I don't know. I don't know that shit. But everyone's in drag. I don't know that's true. I just said that without any proof of it being wrong.
If I was geared for a gig and we could schedule like before, I would get in drag to do it. I'm not opposed to getting in drag. Bob, I like getting in drag.
Oh my God. Monet. Well, then why aren't you in drag right now for our review show?
Because that's not a precedent we set on
I thought you liked it. I thought you liked it so much. Since you love it so much, why don't you just marry it? Okay, so Chanel is doing a little too much with the opinions. It's like, okay, baby, it's too much. So honestly, I know we're jumping ahead, but I feel what Rebecca Glasscock was saying toward the end. Like, I get it. Like, if I can send someone home, send this bitch home. She's doing too much. Like, bitch, your makeup. Stop. I don't need no input. I'll take a little input. And I will say, Chanel did give input for the costumes, and then she did back off when she was when Nina was like, no, I don't like that. But also Rebecca ate these costumes.
They're really good. Well, we're gonna get there. We jump.
I know. It's just I know.
I will say though, but to that point, maybe this camera cut away. When they talked about the costumes and the little stick figures Rebecca drew with everybody's costume, I was like, this looks insane. I was like, what the fuck?
Drawing costumes is hard. Even some of the designers that I know who are really, really good designers can't draw costumes.
True.
I mean, if you want someone, by the way, if you want a person who will draw you your costume down, two people who of the designers I know who do some of the best renderings, Domino Couture, and I had one. Domino did me one that was like so. Like it was so, and then Pinwheel does some I think the most elaborate rendering I've ever gotten was from Pinwheel.
Really?
I have it framed. It was in my it was in my it was for the purple look that they made me.
I don't remember
my first Pride look. It was like purple and I was like a tea set. Anyway,
I don't remember. Oh, I remember it. But I never saw the illustration though.
It was in the basement by hanging near the bathroom downstairs.
Do you still have it up? Or did you the thing that you threw away?
another thing that I stomped on, shit on, and threw away. No, it's in storage with most of my art. Like I don't even have. You know that big picture of Jackie beating myself that I had in my living room? They're just in storage. I have this massive signed Jackie Beat picture that I've had for years, and it's just in my storage unit.
When you buy a house in the neighborhood next to me and you have even more space.
I own a home.
I know you can. Why can't you sell that one of mine?
I already have a house.
Sell it and buy another one.
Two.
Wow,
honey.
So first the drone, now the houses. This is
okay. My drone was like $400. My drone costs less than your. Okay, Monet, you're wearing more than my drone right now. You on your person. I see the little thing on your wrist. You could have bought a couple of drones. Yeah, don't hide. No, don't try to take it off below the table.
What?
We have footage.
What?
Yeah. On the right hand, honey. Yeah, you could have bought a couple of drones with that, honey. And me and my family bought a house together. Me and my family. Anyways, not Monet flaunting her wealth. Also, RuPaul trying the choreography
with two.
Yeah, I was like, Jacob, keep pipe down. Jacob, hey. RuPaul doing the choreography with Angina. Imagine today, RuPaul in the room talking about something.
RuPaul gets silly in the workroom sometimes.
Step. So no, I can't sing that.
What was that?
Wait, who is that? Who sings that? Step, side to side.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do that. Yeah.
That's no. I thought I was doing the cha-cha slide, but
oh, I love Tammy. Tammy had the suggestion about the capes. I'm like, Tammy, y'all don't know. I couldn't tell she meant like 60s, which probably now. I wrote Tammy, we're not doing no fucking superheroes, but she probably meant like a 60s kind of cape.
Like a capelet.
Capelet, right. Got it. Okay, well.
Yeah, maybe like or like where it comes in front of the shoulders.
Yeah, which this doesn't even fit with the vibe of the song, girl. No.
I agree. I agree. And there was a lot going on. And also, I heard that Angina said, because Angina was, first of all, I thought Angina's tuck looked nice. I don't think her tuck was bad. I've seen way worse tucks. And she was saying mammal toe, but I've heard that the penis version of a camel toe is a moose knuckle.
Yeah, it's a moose knuckle. I think Angina was trying to make fetch happen, and it didn't fetch.
Drag her. Have you ever met Angina in person?
Yeah, I met Angina a couple of times. Angina is the one who, anytime you see the girls going to that Louboutin warehouse sale, like I've been with Naomi and Plastique and Willem, everyone has found out about it because of Angina. Angina has some type of relationship with Louboutin and all the girls, bitch. Bob, you need to go one time. You could fit this. I'm like a one size too big. It's very upsetting.
So if you all, Angina has a really cool TikTok series about her being a shopaholic, and she is obsessed with shopping. I don't know what her home looks like. I've never been inside of her home, but she has this one wall just full of bags and shoes on her TikTok. It's a really, really cool.
On her TikTok, I'm gonna look that up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like Confessions of a Shopaholic or something, and she has these like really rare pieces. She's like, oh, this is the Balenciaga belt from the 1999 runway. It's like stuff like that. It's really wild.
Can I tell you, I be so fucking ignorant out here. Like in my worldview, in my mind, brands like Balenciaga came out like 5 years ago. I didn't realize that Balenciaga was like a brand back in the 90s. That's crazy.
Well, that wasn't an actual. I don't know when Balenciaga came out, but that was just
okay.
But I think Balenciaga probably came out in like the 80s. Let me see. Balenciaga. When did it?
Until it got popular by whatever celebrities.
Balenciaga was 1990. No, 8. That can't be right. It says 1937.
1937. Balenciaga started. Wow.
1937.
Worked.
So, honey, our grandparent, actually, that is way below. When was my grandma born? My grandma died in 1996, and she was 54.
So that means like in like the 40s.
The 40s. And my mom was born in the 60s.
My grandmother was born. My grandmother is. I don't know when my grandmother was born. I don't know. I think the 40s.
Well, how old is she?
70.
How old your grandma is?
70 something.
Your grandma is 70?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that's right. Your mom is very young. Your mom's in her 50s still. I forgot about that. That's crazy. Your mom's in her 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mom's in her 60s. But like she just turned 60. Like last year. She turned 61 this year. Anyway. Girl, one day it's gonna be like really crazy to have been born in the 80s. One day it's gonna be like, oh my god, you were born in the 80s?
I feel about that, y'all not. I'm like the 80s. Woof.
Girl, one day someone's gonna be like, you were born in, they're gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be like, I was born in the 1900s. And people are gonna be like, that's what I don't know this for sure, but I just have this feeling that I'm going to be way too old. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna live, but I know that I will, like, toward the end of my life, I will be thinking to myself, I should have died 20 years ago. Who is in your room?
Andy was into the podcast.
Not the looming shadow.
What do you need? This whole thing?
Do you think you're gonna live too long, Ma?
I think I will. All the old people in my family like are into the 90s. Wait, hold on 1 second. This colonizing ass nigga wanna fucking come to this bullshit.
I feel like one day I'm gonna cough and break a rib and be like, "Oh, I should be dead. I should be dead."
People in my family live old. Like everyone old is like 90s.
Well, I don't know why I feel the way because my family does not live old. All my grandparents died in either 60s or 50s. All of them.
Don't say that.
But also, I only have one uncle.
Why the hand performance?
I only have one of my uncles and aunts. Only one of them has passed away. Only one.
Okay.
R.I.P. to my aunt Stephanie. She was pretty young too. She was in her like she was actually way too young to have passed away. Anyway, so let's keep going through our I don't even know where I am in my notes yet because they introduced Michelle Williams, which no one ever says Grammy Award winner Michelle Williams, which is crazy. I'd be like,
had she won a Grammy by then?
Yeah, of course. The girl Destiny Child already been disbanded by then.
In 2009?
Yes. Girl, 2009, Destiny Child was no longer a thing. Beyonce had already started her solo career.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And so what I'm really intrigued by is when she comes in, you can see she says yes sir to RuPaul, but then she doesn't want to offend. She goes yes sir, yes.
I thought she was gonna correct herself to yes ma'am, but she's like yes.
Because she didn't know what to say. She didn't know what to say. She goes, yes sir, yes.
Well, you know, there are certain queens that people call them he. That's you, RuPaul. It's the queens that have traditional male names. Like everyone calls y'all he.
I also love Michelle Williams. I love Michelle Williams' voice. I love what Michelle says. I think that the number one thing you have to remember is be nice to each other in the girl group, because I think sometimes people forget to be nice to every member of the girl group. Did she say that? Well, I'm adding a lot. Right. She goes, just be nice to each other. But it was giving, because it's sometimes one person in the group can feel left out and othered. And I'm not saying any group in particular, but I am saying that it is possible to be a member of a girl group and feel like other members of the group aren't treating you nicely.
Especially when the group has other children.
That's all I'm saying. It is interesting when a group is called Destiny's Child and it sounds like that's Tina's child, because Tina is the mother, so that's Tina's child, and Tina's child got the preferential treatment.
I mean, I've seen Michelle has done a bunch of interviews over the past couple of years, obviously, and she's always so funny and very irreverent, and not expecting that, because, you know, she had like a whole church career. Like, she put like a lot of gospel songs out. When you think of an artist like that, you're like, oh, I think I know how they align themselves and what they think about the queer people, especially. Well, a lot of times they were the queer people, and she'd be right down in there cracking the jokes, making fun of herself, and being very subversive. I like Michelle Williams a lot.
I like Michelle too. So when Ru comes out to the runway, I gag. When they show RuPaul from the back or from the side shot, you can just see all these cords on the ground. I was like, I
didn't notice that.
This literal big chunks of cords on the. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
It's season 1, Bob.
But why do they keep showing them? But it wasn't season 1 of television. At this point, we know. By this point, we know not to include or put a carpet down over the cords or something.
Girl, it was giving a Sibling rivalry season 1. They were just trying to get it out. Just trying to get it done.
To be fair, by our first season, there had already been a lot. But also, I want to say that we're not one of the first podcasts to do videos for our podcast. A lot of podcasts have done that way before us.
We didn't say that we were. We said of Ru Girls.
We weren't the first Ru Girl. We're just the longest lasting Ru podcast. We're not the first one by any chance, by any shot.
I think we are. Who was before us?
The WeHo girls used to have a podcast, like Morgan and Mayhem and them used to have this podcast they would do.
Did they?
Yeah, but we are officially the longest lasting, and if we stop, it becomes Race Chaser. So we literally, if we stop like 3 months or 4 months later, it'll become Race Chaser. So we literally cannot.
This has been a winning year for Sibling motherfucking Rivalry, okay, baby? We won a Querity, we won a Webby, and baby, we won a GLAAD award. So real quick, shout out to all of y'all for listening and supporting us, bitch. Like, we won a goddamn GLAAD award this year. That's crazy.
So thank you for letting us know how great our podcast and it is and how bad Las Culturistas is. We're shouting out the Las Culturistas girls. Bowen Yang, Matt Rogers, Monet and I challenge you to a literal fist fight. I will meet you in the parking lot. Oh, we would. I saw Matt and Bowen at the Beyonce concert sitting behind me. And
you're ridiculous. I can't. Dude, what other celebrity sightings did you see?
Mila Jam,
work.
Matt Rogers, Bowen Yang. I forget his name. The one from Ellen's show. He's the one who would do the food reviews on Ellen's show, and he has a podcast with Ricky Lake. He's really cute, actually.
I know who. Skinny black guy. It's with a K. Is it Kevin? No.
Kel.
No, it's not Kel.
Cal.
Cal?
His name is Cal.
The cute skinny
Callan. His name is Callan Allen.
The cute skinny black guy. Yes.
Yeah. Not me saying cute and you were like, oh, skinny. I like more than just skinny, Monet.
No, but when you said that, I was like, you said this, you to the skinny guy who used to do the food reviews. I was like, oh, yes, him.
No, but he is very cute.
He's very cute.
Callan, if you're listening. And Callan ate me on the seats. Callan was sitting on the stage.
See, those tickets, because you're close on stage.
They're not the best seats.
Right, they're not the best seats because you have this side view and then the big monitor is here. So when she's down here, I don't think that's the best seats.
I feel like I need to give a review on like a tutorial on how to get the best out of your, because you want to be in Beehive A. They're very, very expensive, but Beehive A is the best seat in the house. The only downside is you can't sit down. There are no chairs in Beehive A, and I was wearing. Y'all saw my shoes, baby. I was regretting it immediately. Whenever I want to wear a cunty shoe, once you're in the crowd, no one can see your fucking shoes. Like, it's the walk to the club is fierce. But once you're in the crowd, baby, no one can see you. Let's go to the performances. Rebecca Glasscock is
majestic.
Bad like the bar. She's bad like the Barbie because she's stiff like the Barbie. This girl is like so stiff and awkward in her body.
But she looks amazing though. She looks so good.
Rebecca looks amazing isn't the word. She's so beautiful.
She's gorgeous. She looks great. Yeah.
And every time BB's on my screen, I just think to myself, this woman is so majestic. Like, BB is so elegant and like just
I love
regal
BB.
And above it all.
I love BB a lot. BB is one of my favorite people. I don't feel this thing you think for B in this season 1. I like BB in the season. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid like you are, like that hard. I'm like, she's fine. So far.
To me, she's the winner from the moment from 16 years ago to now. I still see when people walked down, I was like, she's won Drag Race. There was a moment where I thought maybe Nina Flowers could win, but it was always BB for me.
I have to say, just watching it, let's say I didn't know it. If watching it, I would think that Nina Flowers was the winner. Like, to me, she seems like she's the winner to me.
Well, spoiler alert.
Sorry, Nina or Chanel. I would if like how we do like normal seasons.
Chanel could have gave her a run for her money.
So like who's winning the season? I would say Chanel, and I would say second up Nina.
Chanel has my favorite quote of the episode.
What?
I am amazed at myself.
Chanel is so good. Chanel is such good TV. Chanel, honestly, they're all really good, but Chanel is so good. The drama. I live.
Chanel looked right down the barrel of that lens and she said, "I am amazed at myself." We should let's try to pull our favorite quote from each episode going forward when we do Watchery, because that is my quote of the episode. I am amazed at myself, and I feel like it's gonna always go to Chanel, because she gave so many great quotes.
Looking at this group overall, Chanel, to her point, this face chart made them all look like. I think Chanel really, the makeup, hair, and outfits, really, this group was the most cohesive, and they look the best to me. I'm obsessed.
Well, we should go for RuPaul's look because there was no runway this episode.
Oh yeah.
So RuPaul's wearing this like a tinsel or
she wanted to
sort of mylar. It's like these mylar ribbons going down. I really like this dress. She looks good. And again, I think RuPaul is the only queen wearing padding right now, which is wild.
You think? No, Nina Flowers is wearing padding.
Maybe, I can't really tell.
She's definitely wearing
padding. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nina's definitely padded. It hasn't reached Nina Bonina levels of padding yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not the culture yet. This hair looks really good.
I love Ru's look. Yeah, and this cold blonde. I try to wear cold blonde. I can only wear cold blonde if it's a kitty cat. If it's like long hair, it looks so crazy.
What do you mean cold blonde? Like that, like yellowy 613?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
as
like
opposed to a warmer blonde. I don't really wear blonde at all, but I can wear it. But you used to wear it with the Nene kitty cats that we used to wear
and
a lot.
I put on a blonde kitty cat the other day. I was like, I hate how this looks on me. I hate it. I mean,
I don't really wear kitty cats like that, like or blonde hair like that anymore. But I used to love a blonde kitty cat, or I used to have this white bob that I was obsessed with.
You know the one,
baby. That white bob was giving me all the life in the world.
White bob, just call it Thorgy.
Jesus Christ. Okay, first of all, Thorgy could never be the bob, honey. Honey, if there's a white Monet, who is it?
A white Monet.
Who's thicker than cold peanut butter?
I don't know who white Monet would be. I don't know.
Are there any thick white girls in the drag race?
Yeah, there are for
drag
sure.
race.
There are. Can y'all comment below who you think is a white Monet? This seems problematic.
Oh, Monet, we're already in the canceled. So let's just
Does this sound like Pop Rocks? You know when your hair like you put it in your mouth?
Well, I was closing my eyes, but then I opened my eyes and I saw what you were doing, and because I should have kept my eyes closed. Wait, let me do it. Hold on, do it again. A little bit, but then it sounds a little bit plasticky on teeth too.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do this. Do the Dolly Parton. No. D.
Then stumbled out of bed and I'm gonna get in and myself a compliment.
No, I think it's D. There it is. Yeah, I think. Sorry. Back. So the groups are called Serving Fish, which there's a lot of controversy around that name, but it's Nina Flowers, China, Rebecca Glasscock, Chanel, and they are doing great. They look stunning. I love the wigs. I love the outfits. Rebecca ate these outfits.
She did.
Chanel ate this makeup.
She did.
Nina ate this hair. Like this group looks.
Look
Rebecca
really good.
looks like Rebecca and Chanel look like they're straight up from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like drag queen. If someone said this is a picture of a drag queen from the 80s, I believe it.
Chanel is stunning. Chanel is such a stunning queen. And also those piercing blue eyes, which I found out the other day is because of a recessive gene. I thought that the eyes just came like that. I didn't realize that blue was recessive. Did you know that?
Well, hey, did you know that all of whiteness is recessive genes? Like everything that's like super white, blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin, freckles, red hair, you are just one big recess. Like, bitch, if you have all the white genes, you're essentially a caveman.
They're broken, girl. They're just unevolved.
Truly. But honestly, all of them. Actually, I'm looking at each and every one of them. Nina, Angina, all of them look so stunning.
Yeah, Angina
each and every one of them, they look absolutely.
They do
beautiful. Then let's talk about DDD. Because baby,
DDD,
this group
that was
is
their name.
Yeah, drag dancing divas or the dancing drag divas or something like that.
Got it.
This group looks crazy.
They do. First of all, why is your homegirl, the winner, wearing a belt as a panty? It looks crazy. Like it's obviously
That's your homegirl, Tammy Brown. Put her in that. Honey, she put the African cherry in a sling.
That looks wild.
These, I don't know who's in charge of wigs. I think BB. These wigs just came out of the bag, got shaken a little bit, and slapped on their heads. They're like these girls look great. Also, Tammy Brown's nip slipping the whole episode. Like, girl, you made these outfits.
I know. At least yours should be good. Oh, maybe she put the love into everyone. Well, she didn't put the love into everyone else's. Yeah, mess.
They were all over the place. They were going. Everyone's going left. Akasha's going right. Everyone's going up. Tammy Brown's going down. Like it is just a disaster.
It's terrible. But also, if you were in this situation, you would obviously advocate to do costumes, right?
I would either want to do choreography or costumes.
Yeah, you're really good.
By the way, I saw this comment online today that I was like. I was like, "Excuse me."
What?
So you know how the Drag Race girls are ranking all the queens, right? So Silky put me really low in the ranking. She put me like number 7, and everyone's like, "Bob, like, what are you gonna like? Oh my god, you should respond." Which I was like, "Whatever, who cares?" But then I have to find the comment because it was so funny the way that like someone responded, because someone said Bob at 7 is crazy, and then Bob at 7 is wild, and then Silky said how. So now people are like debating back and forth in the comments about whether or not I deserve to be in 7th. But the funniest comment is this, because someone said I get you prefer a more well-rounded queen than Bob, but she's the funniest queen ever. And then someone else said, I can only imagine you're referencing. So then someone else is like, well, she can't lip sync or dance anymore.
Damn.
And she isn't very fashion focused. Like Monet is very versatile and has all those traits, but she's not as funny as Bob. And then this other person said, I can only imagine you're referencing Bob's fashion on season 8. She's 100 times better now. And she wouldn't be able to lip sync or dance. She's 37.
You know that's an early 20-something-year-old, because in my early 20s, if you were older than 30, you might as well have been dead. Like, you can't do shit.
That's some of that guy. I can only imagine you're referencing her Bob's fashion season 8. She's 100 times better now. And she wouldn't be able to lip sync or dance anymore. She's 37. Like, how I am 37, but how old do you I can dance? I was just last year I was on stage dancing.
Doing the worm.
Or what? Beyonce is 42. Thomas said, my. But that is so funny to me that they thought that they said at 37, I'm just over here crickety and crunch. I mean, I'm a little crickety and a little crunchy, but I can still dance. But I also get that I don't dance very often. Some of y'all don't know that I can dance because I don't really focus on dancing. I feel like whenever I dance, someone's like, "Oh wow, you can dance." I'm like, yeah. I danced a little bit on Drag Race, like a little bit.
I mean, people still expect me to do splits. Things I'm not doing anymore. Splits. I'm not doing a split anymore. I'm not.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I still can, but I'm not interested in it.
Why?
Because I'm not interested.
Latrice still does them. Kenny Davenport still does them.
Good for Latrice. Good for Kenny Davenport.
They're just more dedicated to their craft than you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, 100%.
I think Alyssa stopped doing splits too.
Did she? I mean, I was on Christmas tour with her, 2 years ago, and she was still tongue popping the halls and splitting.
Oh, she was splitting? Oh, work. Maybe I was wrong.
Have you ever seen her? Have you ever heard Alyssa tongue pop the halls?
You think I was turning gay yesterday?
I can't. I cannot with that song. When the first time I heard Alyssa do that, I was like, this is insane. Tongue pop the halls. What?
I mean, it's no Decaho She Gets Mouthy, which, by the way, is a lyrical masterpiece.
That
Decaho
Monet help you write. And we've had this debate many times on this podcast, and every time you do that fucking face, and I have my 2 lines in there that I help you do.
What were your lines?
Hold on, before we get there, do you admit that were we not up in your apartment at 956 Amsterdam all night long when you were writing that, and I contributed to it? Do you deny that?
I don't remember, but what are your lines? What were your lines?
I'm not doing this.
What were your lines?
I'm not doing this today.
See, you're making it up. Say your line. You know the two lines. What were the two lines?
I don't remember which ones exactly, but we had a discussion. It was so long ago.
But you just know it was two of them.
It was two.
I'm about to do the lyrics and deck a hoe if she gets mouthy. Fa la 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 la.
Okay, honestly, no wait, sorry, real quick, no shade. Talking about dancing queens, I would Beyonce. I love Shangela. I love Shangela.
All right, let's
wait. No, what do you say? Wait, what's the shade? What are you gonna say?
Edit this part out.
What's the shade?
A recent video of her at play, and Shangela is the Beyonce queen. She was trying to do the Blue Ivy, the get loose. It was giving 37. You know what I mean?
Monet, she's 41. She can't dance anymore. She's 41. You expect her to dance? She's in her 40s.
It was just.
I'm gonna be in my 40s in 3 years. Oh,
we're gonna throw you a big 40th birthday bash.
And you know what? To that little person, the way I'm going to dance and lip sync. I'm gonna give y'all a Barracuda style Bob the Drag Queen 2012 Bob the Drag Queen show, honey. I went and did Keisha Carr's show, baby. When I tell you, I was like, ooh. A bitch is tired. Honey, T.I. red. I was up there, but also I never used to do those shows in chorus. I was corseted down and barring a pair of Thorgy shoes, which were a little too small. My heels were locked up in the rehearsal hall.
Got it.
And I decided on a whim to go do Keisha's show. And Thorgy lived around the corner, so I went and got her shoes.
Got it.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah, we got to get back to the show. Yeah, Tammy was a mess. I mean, okay, so out of group one, I don't think anyone was bad in group one. If I had to choose the worst in group one as someone who wasn't as good, it was Nina, but she had immunity, which I forgot to say this last week. Bring back immunity. I like immunity. It adds another layer to the competition and like strategy. Bring back immunity. I miss it.
That could be fun. Immunity does make reality TV shows wild. People get crazy when there's immunity on the board, on the table.
And on the second group, Tammy was absolutely the worst. And I guess Akasha and Tammy, I agree. Akasha and Tammy were the worst too.
I agree, yeah. So when it comes to the judging, first of all, who should go home and why on the second episode is unhinged? Who should go home and why on episode 2 is unhinged?
I love it though.
RuPaul was just throwing grenades and letting people catch them, and it's acting wild. And I love. First of all, the first 2 girls like send me home. It should be me. But also, she only has one group.
Oh, because they were the ones that wouldn't change her going home.
But she was like, "You're not." She was like, by the way, no one's going home, but who should go home? I just want to be clear. No one here is going home. You're all safe. But if I could send someone home. Just for drama and giggles, who should we they say it's all shits and giggles so someone giggles and shits, you know what I mean?
I've never heard that, but that's funny.
So the first 2 girls, Nina Flowers and I'm like, send me home. And then Chanel was like, bitch, send Nina home. And then Rebecca was like, this is so hard. I don't want Chanel. She pulled milk before Kenny Davenport ever did it. The way the door season 1 is open, the way these girls
it's good TV.
Have set the precedent.
It's good TV,
honey.
It's really good.
And also at the end, we're gonna have to review the first ever Rue Girl music video. I'm the shit. BB's Harbor. We'll do a Patreon exclusive where we review I'm the shit.
I didn't know.
Maybe we'll have BB on.
I didn't know she had a music video called I'm the shit.
I'm the shit. I'm the one. Gets me hot. Turn me on. I'm the shit. Without a doubt. I'm the one. Do you feel me now? The way I have been a BB Zahara stan for such a long time.
We love that. We stand. We love that. So it comes down to Oh wait, I'm not done with the judging because there's also I remember that too. I wrote something down too.
First of all, Rebecca Glasscock is such good TV without trying. I feel like Chanel's good TV and she's trying. She's like, I don't know how to answer that for you. And Paul's like, bitch, just answer the question. I want you to be honest. And Rebecca is not trying to be good TV. She's just brilliant TV. She's so good at TV without even. She's perfect for. She's made for reality TV. I feel.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
What did you write down?
I wrote down Michelle's. Well, first of all, as soon as they're critiquing, Akasha is mad from the rip. Akasha just standing there like.
Well, they keep being. They're so harsh to her.
This is true. So she's anticipating that, but then Michelle calls her. She said, "I don't like it. It's just giving like messy man." I was like,
that is a quote that will go down in Drag Race history. I just saw a messy man as the quote. That is a quote that has gone down in Drag Race history. I just see a messy man.
Messy. I was like, damn, not a messy man. Imagine sitting there in full drag, eyebrows glued, wig, brows, everything. Someone says you look like a messy man. Oh my god,
girl. Also, Tammy is so defensive. Tammy's like, I don't even like this kind of fucking shitty ass music. I would never perform to a piece of shit like this.
Yeah, she said these are not the type of songs that Destiny and Michelle. I was like,
I don't do shit like this.
It was very wild.
Oh my god,
word.
Tammy, it do take nerve, and Tammy
she got a whole bag.
Tammy is full of it.
She have a satchel of nerve. Every time she's
So Angina wins the challenge and she wins some chocolate.
It's chocolate. It's the season 1, Bob.
Imagine winning chocolate.
This is grassroots.
Imagine winning chocolate and then watching a girl win $10,000 for a mini challenge in a couple of years.
It's not that much for mini. It's only $2,500. You're getting wild.
Only.
Oh God.
Only. Ooh, you know how many drones I could buy with $2,500? 5, honey. I could film y'all niggas from every angle.
Actually, it would be 6.
I need to buy multiple drones.
For what? Bob, you have no plan on these drones. You're gonna have drones to do what? Bitch, are you fucking a Spider-Man away from home? You gonna have a little drone attack?
Jacob says this is my first step to becoming the Green Goblin.
Girl, you talking about some Elon? Yeah, that's gonna be you.
Elon? Who's Elon?
That bit I tell you that's so funny. When you said Elon Musk sounds like a supervillain, like somebody's gonna storm a rating grab it.
Elon. Elon.
Yes, you don't need multiple drones. You don't even you're gonna pick up this hobby for like 6 months, and then you're not gonna use drones ever again.
Money, droning is who I am at my core. Bob, this is the order: drone pilot, comedian. In that order. First, I'm taking my name from Bob the drone pilot.
Anyway, they do the lip sync, and Tammy does not know a single word. She said that she didn't know the song like that. I'm like, bitch, you don't know the song at all. Tammy did not say a single word of this fucking song. And what is even funnier to me is everyone, like Michelle, Rue, everyone just not in looking at Tammy at all. Just being looking at Akasha like. And Tammy's over here doing this. He's just like,
I mean, Tammy's giving nothing. What are they gonna look at? It's giving, do something, Charlie. I mean, the doors these girls have opened. Tammy is literally giving nothing. Tammy's like, I decided I'm not gonna lip sync the song. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I don't think that Tammy has the constitution for competition.
Yeah, that's not her thing. Did Tammy? Oh, she went back for All Stars 1?
She did go back. Her and Latrice.
No.
She was Latrice's partner.
No, she was.
Well,
Nina.
Wait, Manila.
It was Manila and Latrice, girl.
No, it was her and Nina.
Yes.
Put your little fucking crunchy fucking $2 nails down.
You better work through that read. You better work. You better set your
oh fuck yeah, fucking
oh doodle head ass.
Those two little. Have you seen those videos of those two kids be like, he can't even cook a grilled cheese?
Yes, that shit is very funny.
That the way that is me and you as kids. This nigga can't even cook a grilled cheese sandwich. This nigga gonna ask me how to cook a grilled cheese. grilled cheese.
And I guess Michelle is really Akasha. The energy, and again, I think Akasha's doing a great job. But Michelle is crying. I don't think anyone's ever cried from a lip sync on the show. After.
No, that's not true. That's not true. This guy, Jeff Goldblum cried during a lip sync.
For who? Who was that?
I don't remember who it was, but he cried during. It was Jackie Cox and doing so I put my hands up. Jackie Cox versus Widow Von Du, Party in the USA, I believe.
Oh, because of Jackie's right. Oh, I don't.
I might be right about this, but I don't know if I am. But I know it was Jeff Goldblum, and I think it was Party in the USA. The way that I am the fucking drag Wikipedia. That was very.
You in Alaska? I can't.
Ask me. Give me another one. Give me another trivia. Give me another one, Monet. Come on. Give me another one. Ask me one.
Who?
I'm gonna be wrong. I'm gonna flop. I gotta stop while I'm ahead.
I'm stopping my pop a blood vessel trying to think of the Drag Race shit.
Well, I remember. I mean, okay. I forgot. I did forget that Calvin Klein was a guest judge on Mark Jacobs.
Mark Jacobs.
I forgot that Mark Jacobs was a guest judge on my season of Drag Race for the episode. But I remember the lip sync song on that episode was Todrick Hall and Mark Jacobs were the guest judges, and it was Derek Barry versus Robbie Turner, and the song was Icona Pop. I get this feeling on a summer day when you were gone.
Well, that's your season. Everyone remembers their season.
I have a trivia question for you.
Okay, wait. Okay, if you remember everything from their season,
from my seasons,
yeah, from your season, from season 10, who sent when the Vixen was lip syncing against Monique? What was the song? Since you know everything,
you Carly Rae Jepsen. Cut to the Feeling because Monique tried to cut that fucking raggedy ass skirt off of herself.
And who was the guest judge?
The guest judge that episode?
Yeah,
I don't know. Who was it?
I don't remember. I don't remember at all. That was a mermaid episode.
The mermaid, yeah. And Monique tried to the crunchy cartwheel.
Girl, that cartwheel. But the cartwheel's got better. I've seen her do cartwheels since then. They've gotten better.
But so needless to say, RuPaul says, I don't have to make the decision because this girl made it herself.
Oh, well, we didn't say who won. Ungina won the challenge. I did say that. Never mind. Yeah.
And then Tammy gets eliminated and she does her Tammyisms all the way out to the, okay, Sugar Plum Puss, I'll see you outside next week. Bloop, 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 bloop.
And goodbye to the African cherry and the Puerto Rican coconut and the
Jade Sotomayor is so cute.
Very.
Yeah. I want to see this tucking dick thing everyone's talking about.
What tucking dick thing? Like
alluding to that she may be well endowed because she can't. It's going to be hard for you to tuck all of that.
It's down the line. It's there's not that many episodes this season, so it's only 8 episodes. So I think it's probably a few episodes. But also, I mean, oh my god, your hands looks like a crown. It looks like the crown that the woman has in Thor. Is it Ragnarok?
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Where she makes. Oh my god, yeah, you look like her. You don't look like her, but it looks like a crown she would have.
Thank you.
But it was one of my favorite lines in Drag Race history, which is when RuPaul goes. They keep talking about Jay's Tuck, and RuPaul goes, "There's too many motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking." Hold on 1 second. Free, I'm doing the podcast right now. I'm talking to Monet.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
I'm
Free,
great. You're on the podcast.
Where my dress is at?
Monet said where her dress is. You don't have anything to say besides wear my dress. You don't have to say hey old friend. You don't have none of that, Monet.
Oh, bitch! I'm gonna send you some text receipts right now, Bob.
Thank you. Yeah, because Monet loves to spread allegations. Thank you, Free. All right, I'll call you. We're almost done. I'll call you back. Okay. And I'll clear your name. Send the text. I will clear your name, honey.
Yes.
All right, bye.
Also, Caldwell, can we go back and can you talk about the I don't think we can handle this moment?
Oh, I love this moment. So when RuPaul invites Michelle Williams in, she goes, "Michelle, can you handle this?" And Michelle goes, "RuPaul, I do believe that. Well, I think this is something that I could probably do." And RuPaul was like, "You're supposed to say, I don't think you can."
Yeah, I did notice that.
But Michelle was like, "I'm not singing that shit. I'm not doing no motherfucking. I'm here to promote myself, not motherfucking.
Yeah.
Also, so Free wanted me to say, for you got a text on July 18th that said, "Hey girl, you still want those dresses? I can get started on Monday the 24th," and you never responded. So now we have Free's name cleared.
Oh, I didn't. Let me see, because Free likes to doctor text messages.
Monet, the fact that you accuse everyone of doctoring the stuff, bitch, I'm starting to think it's you. You're the common denominator. I'm starting to think it might be you.
Well, I'm doing this show.
So Monet,
go ahead. Sorry.
What show?
I stopped talking about it because I can't talk about it. I stopped. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it.
You know, I'm gonna find some drone footage over your house, and I'll get all the scoop, honey. I could spy on people. I will not, but I could.
That's your first inclination. Oh, I can spy on people now.
Well, I flew the drone to my friend's window, a half a mile from my home.
That's crazy. Like how? What if you get stuck in like telephone cords or something?
There's sensors. I don't think there are telephone cords in LA. Or are they? I haven't seen a telephone pole.
There are. We have telephone poles. There
probably are.
There were shoes hanging on one in my neighborhood.
Oh no, you're right. But so there's sensors on the drone, and so I had my friend. I could see his house from my house. I had him like just flash his lights, and I just drove the drone to his house. I'm gonna show you the footage on Zoom after this. It's kind of crazy.
I just see Bob flying this fucking drone and landing it in a power plant, and the entire LA loses their power. And they're gonna trace it back to you, and you're gonna be fined $1 million.
I don't think that's how that works.
Okay.
You think a drone can take down an entire... by the way, my drone is the size of this phone case. Bitch.
Oh, it's a small one like that?
Yes. How big do you think my drone is?
I'm
not flying a car.
I thought it was like a big one, like one of the big ones.
No, you need to register those with like the FAA.
That's what I was saying.
It's this big, Monet. It's the size. It's like the size of like a huge phone, basically.
Like if you glue 3 phones together.
Drone. No,
that was one of those things that take off like. That's what I thought.
You know nothing about drone culture. Like those people who don't drone just don't get it. You know what I mean? You guys don't, because you wouldn't be able to drone. It takes a lot of training.
I'm going to drown you out right now. This season is very fun. I can't wait to watch the rest of it.
All right, see you all in the episode.
Bye.
What, did I just have a stroke? What did I just say? I meant to say see you all next episode. I don't know what the hell just happened. All right, I'm going to send you a Zoom because I want you to... Oh, this is my drone. Her name is Ariana Drone Day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's small.
Okay, should I do a Patreon exclusive about my drone footage?
Yeah, I think people
we should do an episode where all your footage is captured on a drone.
Well, they can only do like 30 minutes at a time, so we'd have to stop down.
We can just sit it down.
Oh my God, should we do an episode where I'm filmed from my drone?
Oh, on the live show in San Francisco, we should have the drone in the audience. That would be fierce.
Oh yeah, people are gonna want to see my.
That's too far. Okay.
Well, Jacob tried to drone in the living room. I was like, girl, but I still might do it anyway. I have to go.
I just need to clarify. I said, can we? I asked a question. I know nothing about drones. I didn't say we should.
Yeah, you know nothing about drones. You could never be a drone pilot.
Setting it up.
Jacob, I need to say something. I'm leaving you for Ariana Drone Day. All right, I have to go pee. Monet, stick around. 'Cause I'm going to send you the Zoom. Okay.
Okay.